Welcome to the Guaranteed Irish Business Podcast, where each week we're joined by the amazing leaders of Guaranteed Irish member businesses to chat all things business, sustainability, buying Irish, promoting Irish jobs, community, provenance, and so much more. Sponsored by FBD Insurance, Ireland's largest homegrown insurer. Support. It's what we do.
Hello and welcome to the Guaranteed Irish Business Podcast. My name is Seán Kennedy and joining me today is Mark Gibbons from TAPiTAG. Hi, Mark.
Seán, how are you
keeping in? I'm very well, thanks.
Good. Thanks for having us.
How's your year going so far?
It's been crazy so far, and I can't believe we're only, 2 weeks into it. So it's it's been absolutely crazy. So there was no Christmas break, let's put it that way. It was straight through. So everything has been really busy, really good. So delighted with the start of the year.
Very good. Looking forward to the rest of 2023 then.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Days.
Yeah.
So Mark, for anyone who might not be aware, give us the background of TAPiTAG.
Sure. So TAPiTAG as a whole, we our main business is digital business cards. So one TAPiTAG card, you might see it just there, Seán. There's one TAPiTAG card has the ability to replace all of your paper business cards. So that's one area of our business, is that digital business card side. We also do asset management. So we tag assets, like let's say for Irish Waterways, we're working with those guys to tag all of their assets, so you can scan them, you can check them in, check them out, and manage your full fleet of assets. So and then on top of that, we've got the proximity marketing tags that you might see in the table. So let's say that's for cafes, restaurants who are looking to capture their audience straight away. So you've got like your TripAdvisor, your Google reviews. So with one tap you can get a 5-star review. TripAdvisor, same thing. If you've got your YouTube channel or your WhatsApp or your TikTok, which has obviously gone massive, you can get people to go on and follow you then straight away. So we've grown from at the beginning having one phone tag is what we had at the very start, to now we've got probably 4 or 5 different categories across the board, which is great.
Very good. So quick growth. You've been around what, two years?
2 years. 2 years in February. Not even 2 years yet.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. The bags under my eyes will show you that.
So nice and convenently, this is essentially your 2-year anniversay episode.
Yes,
so happy anniversary to TAPiTAG.
Thank you.
Definitely planned that on purpose.
Yes. Yeah. Look, I suppose with what we've built and what we've developed is all around our customers. So predominantly we focus with corporate customers, and we work with corporate customers. Walking down the road here, we walk past AIB, Savills, who are both customers of TAPiTAG. They're both using TAPiTAG, which is fantastic. The kind of advantages that we have, or people have with TAPiTAG on our corporate package, is full customization, full control over your fleet of cards. So previously, when you had somebody getting a promotion or somebody leaving the company, you throw 250 or 500 paper cards in the bin. Whereas a TAPiTAG, just log on to your cloud-based management system, make the change, update the card, and that's it. Like one card, as I said, one card can replace all of your paper business cards. If you get a promotion in the morning, pop onto the management system, update your title, your card is updated straight away. So it's extremely quick. You can customize your profile, how it looks, the colors, your logo, the profile pictures, and whatever data then you want on there. So we see people having their contact card up there. So your
LinkedIn accounts,
your LinkedIn, socials. We've got people showing their PDFs up there, or their, let's say for example, their sales brochure, the latest brochure. We're working with Ardmac in construction, and those guys have an amazing profile, like one of the best ones that we see. So they've customized all of their icons. So once their profile loads up, their icons load up, but they have walkarounds, their sites. They've got walkarounds, their clean room. So you can click in and get a 3D tour of their clean room. You're kind of going, you can't do that with a normal card. You can't do that. So, and they change it. Every customer that we have, they change their profile as they go to a certain event. So if they're going to an event where they're looking to hire staff, they can have an icon up there to bring somebody into a form or onto
to get new members in or new clients.
It's everybody has a different need for TAPiTAG.
It's almost like a custom landing page for each person, depending on what you needed.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
Good. If you're watching on YouTube at the moment, you'll be able to see Mark, the TAPiTAG website right behind us, and it shows perfectly how it works. You just tap the card to, I assume, any modern smartphone. Yeah,
well, it's 92% of smartphones have NFC enabled. So and the way I usually describe it is, you've got a bank card as an example. When you go and you buy your bottle of water, you go up to the till, you make your payment. So you tap the card off the terminal, and that's a financial transaction. With TAPiTAG, what we're doing is the same thing, except you're tapping your card off a mobile device, iOS and Android. And what you're doing is sharing the information. So you'll see on the screen here, card comes out, tap it off the phone, a little link pops up, and then your profile loads. All of the details are there. You can hit save my contact, and straight away you can save that to your phone. Or there's also a really cool button underneath that called Connect with Me, which means you can receive information then as well.
Very good.
So that's really, the Connect with Me button is the lead generation tool where you can, if me and you are talking here now, I've never met you before, I tap my card, I can get your details straight away. I'll get an email with your details. It'll save straight to my phone.
So I wouldn't even necessarily need one of the cards to share my own.
No.
That's a very advanced version of call me and I'll save your number and then I'll call you back and you save my number.
Absolutely. So and you know how many times in the past I've got numbers wrong, I've got emails wrong. Yeah. It could have been the biggest opportunity in my life. So with TAPiTAG, we've really, it's a modern solution for a paper business card, let's say. So, but as I said, it's more than just that business card. It is, as it says up there, the ultimate networking tool.
On you mentioned there a second ago that on your way in you passed the likes of AIB, who are a company. So obviously it's corporate, but other than kind of corporates, what other types of businesses or even individuals benefit primarily from having this sort of card?
Like, our verticals they're so big.
Everyone,
absolutely
really?
everybody. My grandmother has one. So we always say if it passes the granny test, we're good. We can put it live. So, but look, anybody can use a TAPiTAG. Whether you're a one-man band, like we work with barbers, hairdressers, like construction people out in construction, like literally anybody who wants to share their details, who wants to grow their following, who wants to connect with people or network. TAPiTAG is perfect. You don't need to be a big corporate. We've two separate plans. We've our standard individual plan, which you can go onto our website, add your logo, add your name, add your title. A card will be printed, programmed and shipped from Athlone within 24 hours. Or if you've got 10 plus people and you want to move on to a corporate plan where you manage your full fleet of cards, it's the same thing. We can fully customize everything for you, for your liking, and out it goes. But literally, like, anybody can use it. Absolutely anybody.
We're looking at the things you put on the table here. The tags. Obviously, we've got things like the Biz Expo.
No, so in terms of the tags that you see here, these are proximity marketing tags. So Biz Expo went paperless this year. So that was out in Blanchardstown, and we were a part of that. So what you have on the Biz Expo tag is once you tap it or scan the QR code, you had the full agenda for the day. You had all of the people who are attending the show, where they were placed, so you can go and visit them and go and meet them. So the full attendee list. You got their Instagram, their website, and a contact page then if you wanted to go and attend the show next year then as well. So they didn't have any paper whatsoever at the show. TAPiTAG came in, we replaced all the paper, and we had tags dotted around the place. The beauty of those tags is, let's say they had 20 tags. For next year's show, all they're doing is going onto their management system, changing the details,
changing the link,
and that's it.
There you go. So they don't need to print off thousands more pieces of paper and cardboard and stuff that's just going to go in the bin after 10 minutes anyway. Yeah.
So I think I read a stat. There's 10 billion, and just on paper business cards, 10 billion paper business cards printed every year, which is incredible, right?
There's 2 billion more than there is humans on the planet.
And 88% of them within a week are redundant and they go into bin. So it just goes to show you that it's a much more digital, much more sustainable piece, and it's absolutely going to help people.
And on the topic of, obviously, it's all digital, it's all online, that would, I'm sure, likely raise the question of security, GDPR, all those sorts of things, especially maybe with slightly older audience. Yeah. I know, for example, my mother refuses to put her cards on her phone because she just doesn't know how it works, doesn't really trust that it works, even though it's safer. Yeah. I've tried convincing her, it hasn't worked, but maybe alleviate some of what challenges kind of have you faced with, making sure that everything is secure, protecting customer data, especially in today's age where, information is more valuable than anything.
Absolutely. And I think it's probably our biggest piece with TAPiTAG. So when we launched initially, we said that was our kind of key, that was number one. We have to get security right. We have to get data protection right. So we teamed up with Mason, Hayes & Curran, who are a massive law firm based on, I think they're only around the corner then as well, for data and privacy policies. We teamed up with those guys. We moved all of our servers, all of our data onto AWS, which is obviously an incredible.
Well, they do all the tech for Formula One, so
it's an incredible platform. So for us, I think one of the questions will probably be, what's the difference between us doing it and somebody else doing it? And this is a massive part of it. We're listed with Deloitte, so Deloitte are using our platform, our cards. To get listed with Deloitte or any big corporate, there's a lot of red tape you have to go through. There's a lot of contracts. There's a lot of stuff around security.
Especially with someone as big as Deloitte and the kind of work that they do.
Absolutely. So for us to be able to go when we got in there, we were very predominantly a startup. We were absolutely a startup. But our biggest spend that year was on AWS. Our biggest spend that year was with Mason Hayes and Curran to make sure that we had a foundation and a platform that we could really grow TAPiTAG off, and that my granny or your mother could feel safe by adding their details. The other key thing is you're in control of all the data that you put onto the platform. So you don't need to, if you don't want to put your phone number up there, you just want to share your Instagram tag, go ahead. If you want to, if it's just your email you want to share, go ahead. You can do that. You are in full control of what goes onto your card or onto your TAPiTAG profile.
The total control you have over it. Yeah. So if you don't want someone to have your phone number, obviously they don't have your phone number, but you're something they can get in the phone book. Even though like that's still
Absolutely.
a thing.
Yeah.
Most phone numbers are in the phone book, and people kind of forget that and have done, especially kind of an older generation.
Yeah.
But your house and your phone number were both available in the phone book in the 80s before technology was even a thing, and you're worried about a tag.
Yeah.
You have full control.
It's so true. It's so true.
Very, 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 very good point. What kind of strategies have you employed to help grow the TAPiTAG user base? You said obviously you're in with a lot of corporations. Was it kind of like one leads to another? And then how do you differentiate that strategy to attract a consumer market?
Yeah, so probably twofold. Let's say seeding is massive for us, absolutely massive for us. So as I was kind of saying, we print and produce everything in Athlone. So to turn around a sample card really quickly is easy for us to do. So initially in the early days of TAPiTAG, it was, I think I printed out from my bedroom in Lucan 300 cards, printed out 300 cards and sent them out. It wasn't just send them out and hope for the best. It was send them out to kind of key leaders and kind of people who would see it and go, oh, that's a little bit different.
People who understand the benefit of it.
They got it. And look, I think there was, for us when we started doing that, it was through COVID. So people are going, well, this guy's a bit crazy. He's launching a business card in COVID when people aren't meeting. So, but that gave us time to build a foundation. But yeah, seeding is massive for us. We have a company that we're working with, Primo Group in Spain. They took in about 100 or 150 cards, I think, for all their staff. And from that, just to give you an idea, I think we've opened up another 45 customers in Spain and Portugal,
abroad as well. Very good.
We're shipping to 52 countries, which is
wow.
Which as I said, I haven't slept in 2 years, so it's been great. So
and with a newborn, as you mentioned,
and a newborn, and a house move, and there's been lots going on. But look, I have a great team. So
you picked your year, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that there has been a success story coming out of COVID, and actually that's something I've noticed quite recently doing a couple of the podcasts over the past couple of weeks. A lot of them either, obviously initially the COVID hit, especially some of the older companies were hit quite hard by COVID, but how they adapted to it really, really helped them benefit and kind of kickstart almost a new era in 2022 and beyond. It's refreshing and really good to hear that a brand new company started during COVID and has just grown and grown and grown ever since, even if it's cost you your sleep.
Yes, and I'll do it all again. So no, I think we launched it. We knew we had we where it came out initially was we were at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas,
which was only a couple of weeks ago.
Exactly. We didn't go this year, but we were there, and we'd gone there for 10 years previously. Myself and my business partners, John McHugh and Ivan Eustace. So we've worked together for the last 15 years. So we'd go to CES, we'd go and see new brands, we'd try and take brands and bring them into Europe. We were sales and distribution, and it was always a case that I came home with a bundle of business cards and a bundle of sales brochures that, and I'll be honest, they made it to the drawer on my desk. So
they're probably still there.
Yeah, and I was kind of going, there has to be an easier way. There has to be something that I can do that can make a bit of a difference or change things. So on the flight home, we came up with this idea, and we're very entrepreneurial in terms of how we think and how we act, and if we can do something, let's do it quickly. So we came back, and that was in January, on the 12th of February, which was probably 5 weeks later, I think, we had TAPiTAG launched. But that's how quickly we move. And obviously, as I said, it was during COVID. We reached out to a lot of people, we sent out samples to a lot of people. Was the samples that we sent out initially perfect? Like looking back at it now,
they ever?
It was, you cringe looking back, but you hear so many stories of brands who've launched and they're like, oh, we sent out samples, and looking back at it now, you wouldn't send them out now. But it gave us a platform. It gave us really, really great feedback from our community to kind of say, this is really good, but you're not there yet. and this is where you need to get it to. So
it's like that in everything. I mean, even on a much larger scale, you look at someone like Apple.
Yeah.
There's me 2 iPhones, and the original iPhone, and I held one in my hand about 6 months ago, and it is just a brick. It is absolutely crap. And the same with the first iPad. How anyone ever thought that was a good idea, or that would ever become what it is today. And now you've gone on to build a business that works purely through this technology that was invented in 2007. Everyone said that's not going to work.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But it was the first iteration, and you grow over time, and you guys have grown very quickly.
We've grown very quickly, but again, it's all from the feedback from, as I keep saying, the TAPiTAG community, because that's what they are. It's a big group of people who are using our platform, who are and they constantly give feedback, which is unbelievable. It's absolutely brilliant. So
you get a lot of new ideas based on that feedback in terms of new features and new product ideas to introduce.
Yeah, so from customer to customer, everything varies and everything differs. So one customer might need something, we can go and build it, it's no problem. Another customer might need something, but they're all great ideas that we can build into a platform. We can switch on and off, and that's lots of businesses will have a standard system and they stick to that. Whereas we have our foundation and standard system, and now we're just sticking add-ons, constant add-ons on.
That's very handy, because even if only ever one person uses it, at this point, I'm sure you're so well set up in the process that creating a new feature is probably just like that.
It's fairly simple, yeah.
And only if only ever one person uses it, well, they give you a great review. I had this idea, they implemented it, they're amazing, 5 stars. That benefits you sell 50 more products off the back of that.
And it's so important, because we never want to forget, like anybody who buys a TAPiTAG card now, they get an email from myself or one of the co-founders. They get a personal email with my details, that if they've ever got any issues, they can contact me directly. That's how it's always going to be. It's always going to be that way. My details are readily available on the website.
They are right there.
They're loading up. There you go. Yeah, and you'll see.
Yeah, that is very clear.
All of my details. So you can go onto the website and pull them down if you want. I think my QR code is up there as well. You can scan it and bring my details down. For me, it's so important that we never lose focus of like the customer, of the TAPiTAG community, because they're helping us grow. We want to grow this with them, and the more people who are happy using the platform, they're going to talk about us to other people. Of course, like Primo in Spain as an example. And as I was saying there, we've 45 new customers just from that one. And last week we're fairly close on a deal with a company in Guatemala who went to Spain for 2 weeks and tapped the card, and that was it. They're like, wow, this is incredible.
You said you're in 52 countries. Does it all come from that kind of word of mouth, or do you travel abroad, obviously post COVID, and go to other things like CES to kind of actually show off the product yourselves?
Digital marketing it's such a massive tool for us, like a massive tool for us. So we run our ads on Insta, we run our ads on Facebook, TikTok is massive, LinkedIn, Google Ads, like incredible. We've a member of staff back in the office, Arya, and he's just incredible. He is fantastic. In terms of Google Ads, you can reach anywhere in the world, and for any small business listening, like, you can, if you've got an idea, go and do it. Like, don't wait, go and do it. Everything is at your fingertips now. You can go and do it. We're dealing with 52 countries. We got, in the early doors, probably 6 months in, we got an opportunity with a company called Suit Supply, massive high-end men's fashion store, head office in Holland, and they've got 97 stores across the world, pretty much. So with those guys, we're shipping to the States. Every one of their staff members gets a TAPiTAG card. That's how they connect with their potential customers. So every one of their staff members has it, but we're shipping to the States, we're shipping to Europe, we're shipping to Asia, all through this one customer. So if you can imagine, when I was talking about seeding earlier on and customers using the card, we've got 2,000 cards out with Suit Supply. They're tapping the card every day. Every time they tap the card,
its own sell, isn't it?
Yeah.
People, like you said, people seeing it.
What is that? Yeah, what is that? How did you do that? That's incredible. You shared your details with tapping my phone. Wow. And we get that reaction the whole time.
It's so simple when you put it like that.
It's literally that is it. We were at actually the Biz Expo, and we had a stand at the Biz Expo, and we tapped the card. We were doing some sort of testimonial, and the girl Michaela came over. We're chatting away, and it was on a Facebook Live, and she was like, how does it actually work? Like, and it was kind of, we're going through the whole rigmarole of, she's gone around doing testimonials with everybody, and I was like, oh, it's simple, give us your phone. She took her phone out, I tapped my card off the phone, and she was like, oh my God. And you could see the penny just dropped, and it was like, this is brilliant. But that's the reaction people are getting when they're meeting somebody new. You're getting an extra 5 minutes talking to somebody because of this card. They're kind of going, wow, this card is fantastic. All of your details are on that. Yeah, all of my details are there. That's unbelievable. I'm guaranteeing you, the next time you ring that person, you're the guy with the card. Oh, your details have shown up on the phone. Wow. It's game changing. It is game changing. But there's a reason that it's catching on. It's a reason that people are using it and absolutely looking to get it themselves, whether they're one-man band or corporate.
Well, and it's clearly making waves, and brings me very nicely into today. As we record, we announced the shortlist for our own it's the second annual Guaranteed Irish Business Awards, and you told me when you came in that you read this, so this isn't too much of a surprise, and this is available everywhere by the time this episode goes out. But you guys have been nominated for 2 awards.
Yes, yeah, absolutely delighted.
I believe it is the e-commerce award and the technology award.
Yes.
So congratulations on that. So obviously the awards will be in March. Yeah. So we don't know if you've won it or not yet. But just being nominated for awards like this, you mentioned you've been nominated for the Digital Business Awards as well at one point. What does that mean to you? Does that kind of really give you like this motivation that, yes, okay, this idea that I had on a plane from Vegas was a really good one. I'm now getting that kind of recognition for it.
It's fantastic. Look, and I you said it's recognition for all the hard work, and it's not just myself, it's the whole team. Like the team are fantastic. It's brilliant to be able to go back and say we've been nominated here, not in just one category but 2 categories. It definitely, look, I feel pumped. I was driving in on the way down the car, and John, my business partner, rang, and he's like, "You're not going to believe it." And I was so the smile went kind of from, I'm going to do the podcast with Seán today, which I was delighted to do, by the way, to, oh my God, we've been nominated for 2 awards. It's always for me. It's very important to keep grounded. It's very it's great to be nominated. We love being nominated. It shows the recognition that we're doing for all the hard work that we're doing and where we're trying to bring TAPiTAG to. So we do be delighted. But I know I'm going to go back to the office, and there's going to be an issue somewhere, and that brings me straight back down to ground. So it's absolutely brilliant. We're absolutely over the moon, overjoyed and delighted. So
congratulations again. We look forward to having you at the awards, and fingers crossed for you. Yeah. Moving on then to sustainability. Obviously a very important thing for ourselves and all of our members in Guaranteed Irish. Anyone watching on YouTube could see our 4 pillars of sustainability here. What is your, I suppose, talk us through your own kind of sustainability journey, sustainability practices and initiatives that are ingrained in TAPiTAG.
Sure. Well, I suppose it comes initially from the cards. One TAPiTAG card replaces all of your paper business cards. So that making that move to digital is doing away with any of your paper print, any of your paper waste, anything like that. So that's the first piece. I suppose a key piece for us is every time somebody buys a TAPiTAG card, whether it be on the website or whether it be a corporate, we plant a tree with a company called Ecology, who are based in the UK. Very good. So we planted thousands of trees now at this stage, but that is important for us, that not only are we giving you a TAPiTAG card to replace all of your paper cards, but we're actually planting a tree then as well. So on the flip side of that then as well, there's green energy. We work with Electric Ireland. They're our supplier. It's all green. That in terms of what powers our room or our office, which is very important. Anything we ship with DHL is on the green neutral rate. So, and a big shout out to Lisa in DHL. She's fantastic. But that was, for us, moving to DHL was extremely important. That what have you got in terms of like a carbon neutral piece on shipping? How can you help us? And she had all the answers. So it didn't just come
down purely to the cost versus someone else. No. What else aligned with exactly what your values are?
Yeah, exactly. So I think for us, it's important that we actually do something, not just say, oh yeah, we're doing something. Cars we drive to work, either electric or hybrid, or we cycle. Do you know? So there's the staff members in Athlone all get public transport or walk. So nobody actually drives in. So that's extremely important for us. And as I said, there's with the cards, with all the stuff, they're all updatable. You can use them for as long as you need to use them. So
it's not like, like you said, it's not like you need to buy a new one every year, every time you get a promotion.
And we kind of we put people off. We, as a business, a lot of businesses wouldn't, but you might see my card there has a TAPiTAG logo on the back. On the front it has my name, my title. What we're pushing businesses to do is not get a name and title on the card. They probably don't need it.
Just get the card.
If somebody leaves the company, reissue the card, reuse the card. Don't ask us for another one. So we push that, and you can any of our customers that we've dealt with, they'll back that up. So,
and like you said, that might be a little bit rare, because essentially what you're doing there is potentially costing yourselves a bit of business.
Yeah.
But again, all in line with keeping to your core values, keeping it, increasing that sustainability message. So that's fantastic. And like I said, I can't imagine there's too many others who would be at least even open that they do something like that.
Yeah, and we have to though, Seán. Look, we're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? The world is in trouble in terms of global warming and all that sort of stuff.
California right now, it's being sunk.
Yeah, do you know? So it's kind of like, are TAPiTAG going to change the whole face of how the world is at the minute? No, but we're trying to help. We're definitely trying to do our bit. So, and I suppose for any company who takes on TAPiTAG, is it going to change your whole landscape in terms of sustainability? No, but it's going to help. It's definitely going to help you. So
it's also likely to save you money if you print 10,000 cards every time you hire someone new. One final question then is, what's on the cards for 2023 and beyond? Any new products, new services, new exciting deals or launches to come up?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got landing in, I think in the next couple of days, we've got the TAPiTAG phone card. So it's pretty much your digital business card that you're going to be able to customize and then pop onto the back of your phone. We've already got the phone tag, but the phone card it's a bit more real estate that you can pop on your logo, your QR code, and whatever else you want to put on there. So that's coming. We've an app. So right now we don't use an app. And it's all web based, but we do have an app coming for all of our users. And what the app will allow you to do is it'll have an OCR scanner, which means you can scan somebody else's business card and pull their details from it.
Even a traditional business card.
Traditional business card. So you'll be able to save that into your app then and save it under a category. So if you meet a doctor, if you meet a pilot, you'll be able to save it as pilot. And when you get to, let's say, 1,000 contacts, and you're kind of going, I need a doctor at the moment, or I need a pilot.
There they are.
Search at pilot, and there's all the lists of pilots then. Now, I don't know why I said pilot, but you get what I'm saying. So that's coming. In there as well, you're going to have user analytics then, so you'll be able to see how many taps you've done, when you've tapped, where you've tapped, all that sort of stuff. So you'll be able to see all that. And then really exciting, we've a CRM system coming that's going to be built into that. So going back to the Connect With Me button. So when that Connect With Me button is hit and those details are saved, that will go into a CRM light system on your app. That will, if you're starting off a business, if you're in business for the last 10 years, you'll be able to follow up on that lead. So the lead generation tool from the web-based system is going to be really powerful when it goes into the app then, that you can follow up. If you make the sale or if you turn them into a customer, you're going to be able to follow that whole journey from meeting them to getting the sale, because that's what, as business people out there, day to day, that's what they want to get. So that's coming. In terms of new customers, there's lots happening. Like there's lots happening, which is fantastic. As I said, we've just listed in there with AIB, which is great. There's a company in Guatemala. I won't say who they are. I
don't think anybody would.
No, they won't know. Well, anyway. You never know. You never know. It's funny. It's funny.
They found you all the way from Guatemala.
Exactly. So here's this guy in Athlone.
Yeah. What's an Athlone?
Yeah. So I think, and obviously then with the States is such a massive market. We're working on Amazon then as well. Which if you go onto our Amazon page, you'll see that Guaranteed Irish all over our Amazon page.
Good. So that's really like to hear.
Which is great. But it does, and it brings so much trust. It definitely brings so much trust, which is, and we're so happy to be part of it. So, but yeah, Amazon. We've just launched. We've had the UK for the last 7 months. We just launched Italy. We've just launched Spain. We're on Amazon's launch program, which is fantastic. So that's a big piece for us. Grow that Amazon piece, and then we're working with Irish Waterways as well. That's something that we're rolling out to all of their assets. And then in terms of customer base, it's just growing. It's growing and growing. So we have a busy year ahead.
Obviously, everything runs off NFC.
NFC, yeah.
So is there maybe an option or development for having just a purely digital card within, say, an Apple Wallet?
Yeah.
Is that something you're looking into or something you've considered?
So it's coming with the apps. You'll be able to save your digital business card to your wallet. Now, the only issue that we have, Android and iPhone
don't like each other.
They're not buddies. No. So when we launched this initially, that was the plan was to have something that we could. We love the tap feature. The tap feature is really cool. It blows people away. So the idea initially was tap your phone. It's, as I said, Android, iPhone. not buddies. So the card is always going to be there, but you will be able to, when we launch the app end of Q1, you will be able to have your digital business card stored in your Apple Wallet.
So if you have an iPhone, you meet someone else with an iPhone, you can tap away, and vice versa with Android or Samsung. Yeah,
so very good. You'll have the QR code saved there as well. You can scan it. The QR codes they're great, but I always see them just as a fail-safe. If NFC, if somebody hasn't got their NFC on, you can just scan the QR code. Yeah, it's another way of doing it. But NFC, it's the way forward. You'll see you're going to see so much more of it in the next couple of years as well. So.
I remember 6 years ago or something like that. A friend of mine had it and on his Android at the time, and we were on the Lewis, and he took out his Leap card and topped up the Leap card from his phone. We're like, how did you do that? He goes, oh, can you not do that yet?
And that's the reaction. How did you do that?
How did you do that? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. And obviously now everyone can do that. That's how I top up my Leap card. Yeah. So it's obviously it's being picked up very quickly. Very much a growth market by the looks of it.
Yeah, look, the technology's been around for years, like 10 or 12 years, NFC, but it's people are kind of seeing it now. How can we can actually do this with it? So so as I said, we've done the digital business card, we've got the proximity marketing tags, the phone tags, we've got asset management tags now as well. So, and it's just about like what you build behind them. That's the key piece. Making sure it's secure, making sure it's user friendly, passes the granny test. And that people can, when people use it, that they love it. So that's so important.
Brilliant. Well, that's a perfect message to end on. Mark Gibbons from TAPiTAG, thank you very, very much for joining us today.
Thanks so much, Seán. Appreciate it.
If you would like to learn more about TAPiTAG or purchase their products, we will leave a link to their website in the show notes below. Thank you as always for listening, and don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you're listening, and leave us a review if you did like this episode, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks very much.
The Guaranteed Irish Business Podcast, sponsored by FBD Insurance, Ireland's largest homegrown insurer. Support. It's what we do.